and a large Métis community. We recognize the lands on which we gather are covered under the Williams Treaties and rest within the traditional territory of the Mississaugas, a branch of the Anishinaabe Nation, which also includes Algonquin, Chippewa, Ottawa, Ojibwe, and Potawatomi. We honor, recognize, and respect these nations and Indigenous peoples as the traditional stewards of the lands and waters on which we meet. Here's our agenda for this evening. First, we're going to introduce our 2026 team. We'll give a few announcements and news and some upcoming meetings, and then we'll get right into the Scoundrel Bingo with our speaker, Janice Nickerson. If time allows, at the very end, we'll have a little chat between anyone who wants to stay around. Sometimes those are quite lively. Okay, here's a list of our current team members. And please join us. Volunteers are always welcome. We are in great need of new ideas and input. Distance doesn't matter anymore in this age of Zoom meetings. Many of our projects could use additional volunteers to speed them up. If you want some introduction and an idea of what we do, contact myself or one of the other members of our team. And now I'd like to call on Sheila, our treasurer, to open her mic and give her report.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. Thank you, Steve. So I made the treasurer's report for quarter 4 of 2025. And so from October the 1st to December the 31st. The account balance on December 31st was $2,969.58. We didn't have any deposits during the fourth quarter, but we will be getting a check which goes back into the account for the fourth quarter, which are donations, which totaled 625, and our e-stores was 38 for a total of 663. OGS is not sending in the first check any memberships, the renewal of memberships in the fourth quarter for 2026. It's going to come in February. Our withdrawals during quarter 4, service charges $26.70. The rent and internet was $975. Speakers $150. The Zoom account, 75 donation that we sent to Simcoe branch, and Computer Inc. $40 for a total of $1,266.70. So that brings us to that balance at the end of the quarter. And that's it, Steve. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheila. So at the end of the year, we kind of go into the red, but with the coming new year, we should be in the black now.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. Okay, just a reminder, the Durham Region Branch Library team is pleased to announce that after several years of cataloging, our library catalog is now available online in the OGS's Master Library Catalog, which is found under the Research tab at ogs.on.ca. Our catalog contains over 4,500 individual items, including books, maps, atlases, indexes, family histories, methodology books, township and county histories. The Ryan Taylor Memorial Yearbook Collection from many local schools, histories from other counties in Ontario and across Canada, resources from most English-speaking countries around the world, and sorry about that, and newsletters and publications from many other branches and societies, city directories, telephone books, church records, and several donated fonds of original materials. When you get to the Master Library Catalog, change the repository to the Durham Region Branch, from the drop-down menu. So if you want to see what we have before you come visit our library, this will give you a head start. Now, just a little warning, it is in Excel type format, so it is very specific for what you're searching for. We did do some categories like family histories or Ryan Taylor yearbook collection or et cetera, maps, but you do have to be very specific while searching. And now you don't want to go again. Oh, there we go. Okay, save the dates for the OGS virtual conference, June 12th to 14th. And keep an eye on the e-weekly newsletter for new information as it comes out. The theme this year is from steamships to microchips. And you remember, it is a virtual conference, not in present. So the address below is ogs.on.ca/virtual-conference-2026. Okay, the regular OGS February webinar. The presenter will be Marie Palmer this coming Thursday at 7 p.m. And the topic is investigated genetic genealogy. I'm having trouble with words today. What is it and how can you help? Investigative genetic genealogy offers an exciting new opportunity to help law enforcement give names back to unidentified human remains and help solve criminal cases. Since the first high-profile case was solved in 2018, well over 1,000 cases have been cracked using IgG. Canada has its own share of successful case solves, and there's much discussion, controversy, and numerous questions around this new way of generating leads in cold cases. In this webinar, Marie Palmer, a Canadian accredited investigative genetic genealogist with numerous case solves, will give an overview of IgG and walk through a Canadian case study about one of her first successful identifications. Additionally, she will discuss how people can get involved or can help. So that's coming up this Thursday, 7 p.m. And we'll give our speaker, Janice, an extra little shout out because the Simcoe County branch has her giving a talk on Saturday, February 14th at 11 a.m. It will be an online meeting only as well. And the topic is breaking down brick walls, the GPS approach. So if you've hit a brick wall in your research and you can't get around it, no matter how hard you try, Janice is going to show us how to get past that using the genealogical proof standard to tackle any research challenge. So she will take us all through that on Saturday, February 14th, 11 a.m. Here's a list of our upcoming meetings. March 3rd, we have AI and genealogy. Say hello to your personal research assistant with Michael Nettleton. April the 7th is the Ontario Land Records Index with Jane McNamara. For anyone who had to use the microfiche on that, you will be glad to know it is now online and it's wonderful to use. May 5th will be Pier 21 Immigration Story. Now, I must warn you, that's at 1:30 p.m. rather than our regular 7 p.m. time because they close at 4 and they won't be around. And of course, they're an hour ahead of us as well. So 1:30 in the afternoon, and that'll be with the Pier 21 staff. On the 2nd of June, we're having a talk about the Home Children Scheme and its untold stories by Marg Graham and Diane Crossway. So something to look forward to in the rest of the coming spring, if we ever get there. More snow today. Local news. Oxbridge Genealogical Group is meeting on Thursday, February 19th at 7 p.m. Their speaker will be Jane McNamara, and again, AI and genealogy. That group meets on the third Thursday of each month, but they don't hold meetings in July or August. Their December meeting is on the second Thursday, I guess to avoid Christmas. So anyone interested in that can be hold that spot. They do normally meet in the library um, of the Uxbridge Public Library. Um, it's $5 at the door, or if you're a member, you can get in for free. I believe the members also get a link to a Zoom on that, but don't quote me. And next, yeah. Okay, in other news, here are some of the family search plans for 2026. And we're still talking about AI. That's going to be the thing for 2026, I think, is AI, artificial intelligence. Apparently, Family Search will expand its full-text search technology in 2026 to read old handwriting in additional languages, making newly digitized documents easily searchable by an ancestor's name. It's a free service, and there have been a lot of marvelous breakthroughs as more and more content has been digitized. So make sure you try out the full text search technology at familysearch.org. You do have to sign up, but everything is free. And a reminder, Roots Tech, March 5th to 7th, 2026. You register soon for the premier family history event of the year. Discover Roots Tech, the conference where genealogy, technology, and love for family intersect. The theme for this year is Together. And if you, again, go to familysearch.org, and that should lead you to links to all of these. The online is free. They figure there'll be 200 plus online sessions in over 26 languages. Then you can join them from home, or you can pay a small price, either 129 US for a 3-day pass or 79 US for a 1-day pass, and get access to 250 plus sessions. So your choice, go to familysearch.org and read more about it. And now, our speaker of the evening, Janice Nickerson.
And if anybody wants to just kind of send me a quick email or something along that line, Durham at ogs.on.ca, and attention Nancy or Steve, whoever you can get a hold of, and we'll pass that on to Janice as well. Okay, so go ahead, Steve. You have to get down
Unfortunately,
here.
yeah, I'll just zip through. This was easier.
Yeah.
You're seeing everything, are you?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
So upcoming meetings
There we go.
right there.
Okay. Just let me see if I can get the presenter view back, or if it's going to mess up again. Okay. Do you see presenter view, or are you okay?
We're good.
You good? Okay, perfect then. How about that? Worked the second time. Second time's a charm, I guess. Okay, as you can read on the slide, volunteers are always welcome. And we talked about that a little earlier. And if you can help in any way, please contact Nancy at durhamchair@ogs.on.ca. Please help us keep our branch vibrant and moving forward. We can always use help with indexing, typing, editing, cemetery updating, newsletter articles, publicity, Tony indexes, transcribing. Let us know what your strengths are. We can possibly work with you to figure out a project that can use them. Just to let you know, the DNA Special Interest Group will be on February the 18th at 7 p.m. You have to email Nancy at either of the two addresses on the form to be added to our email group. We do not spread the actual URL out there, or the URL, I guess, because we do sometimes show some information that we don't want spread around the whole internet. So just To keep things simple, we make this a locked-in group, and you have to ask to be added to it. So nancytrimble@gmail.com or durhamchair@ogs.on.ca, and preferably do that fairly soon if you want to be on the list, because Nancy's going on a little trip and won't be around for a little while. Lucky girl.
I need my sunshine.
Yeah, you get it. Yeah. Okay. The Zoom social. We've augmented our drop-in format. It is now adding the social component that we used to have during our meeting refreshment break. Our next drop-in will take place Thursday, February 22nd at 11 a.m. on Zoom. Any social conversation, Durham region questions, general genealogy questions, DNA questions, reminiscence, research finds, and even some lookups will be entertained. The sign-in link is up on the Ontario Ancestors event calendar. Everyone's welcome. And as always, if you find what the branch has been doing and the speakers that we have scheduled are valuable, we invite you to go to our donation button on the left-hand side of our website homepage and make a donation to our branch funds. We use the Canada Helps website, and you will receive a tax receipt automatically by email. We're open. The research room is located at the Northminster United Church, 676 Simcoe Street North in Oshawa. We're on the 3rd floor, so we have a little problem. The church door is always locked, so you have to book your visit with myself by emailing durhamresearch@ogs.on.ca so that we know you're coming. Otherwise, we may not hear you knocking at the door down below. Our office does overlook the parking lot, but we don't always see everybody pulling in or know what they're there for. So please make an appointment ahead of time. Tuesdays and Thursdays are the regular days, or we can set up a special appointment if necessary. Thank you for attending. I hope you've had fun tonight. I'll give you a slide with all our contact information. Questions you can just send to durham@ogs.on.ca. That's our branch mailing list. We do have a blog, Facebook group, and a YouTube channel. So you can find any of that. And of course, our branch website, durham.ogs.on.ca. It will get forwarded to our website. That will take you there. And now we have time for a little chat if anyone wants to. I just put a suggested topic up there, especially since we were kind of using some of it, talked about a little bit of it tonight. I wonder, familysearch.org, the text search. Are you finding it useful? Or are you going down a rabbit hole? Or a little bit of both? What do you think? You can open up your mics and let us know. We'll stop the share now and we'll see how things go. But feel free to turn your cameras on and your microphones on. And like I say, that topic we're not restricted to, but I just thought I'd throw it out there because I don't know about anybody else, but I keep going down a rabbit hole. I'll start looking for one thing, and then I think of another name to plug in, and all of a sudden I have downloaded 50 different sheets, and I have to go back through each and every one and put a title on them so I know what they are when I'm done. And sometimes, of course, there's duplication, but I'm finding lots of great stuff there.
Do you normally stop the recording at this point?
Oh,
no, not
Or
usually.
you include, okay.
Yeah, we could. Yeah.
I just wasn't sure whether, since I was the one that hit the record button because it got lost, whether I'm the one that has to stop it. I don't know.
No, I've taken back the host.
Okay.
So I'll be the one who will stop it. So we're good for that, Janice.
All right.
Again, You don't have to stay, but you're welcome to.
Yep, you're quite welcome to.
Well, I can certainly comment on the full text search at Family Search. It is both of those things, Stephen. My biggest complaint that I hope they figure out how to deal with is that it treats every page on which your search terms appear as a separate thing, even though it may be in many of those separate things referring to one big large document, and there doesn't seem to be a way of sorting them so that all of the hits that pertain to one document are separated out from the hits that appear from another document. So
very
yeah.
true. In
When you
fact,
get
I think
150 hits, it might be to only 10 documents. Or 150. You just don't know until you start clicking through them one at a time.
Well, I think I've even had hits that are twice on the same page. If the name came up twice on the same page, you got two different hits on it. So
yeah. Other than that, it's wonderful.
Yes. Too wonderful almost.
Unless you're looking for John Smith, and then it's terrible.
Yes, that's one of the drawbacks. And I wish it would zero in on localities a little nicer too. Sometimes it does, but other times you can get some wild ones. So
do you use the filter?
I do sometimes, yes.
Okay.
I do know it's there.
Going by keyword, it doesn't seem to respond very well when you put those words in the keywords. But if you use the filter options that show up on the left-hand side, you can drill down to centuries and decades and years and countries and counties and townships, or however far down you've got to go to make the number manageable.
That's right. Yeah. I do both. So it just depends what I'm looking for in the first place. And once in a while, you find something in a strange spot too. So
you've got document sets that are mislabeled. So if you tell it to only look at Ontario ones, it'll miss the Canada-wide ones that are labeled Nova Scotia, something like that.
Gotcha.
I've heard that dates are really problematic too, and
yeah,
things like census records or court records from 1155.
Oh yes, there are little lists across the bottom, and yeah, some of them go back. Like Canada wasn't around then, folks.
Yeah. So it was suggested to search on names and locations rather than dates.
It's not clear to me whether, when you ask it to restrict time periods, whether it's focusing on the date it thinks is in the document or whether it's focusing on the date range that is described in the document set. Because some of the ranges are really, really, it's a set of documents that cover 150 years.
Yeah. Well, I guess this is all feedback that we can apparently click a button on the side and send back to them.
I always forget that you can do that.
Yeah. Has anybody still on the call had a real wonderful breakthrough with full text search? I'm looking forward to having time to try it.
Will there be Wi-Fi on your sunny beach?
There is Wi-Fi on the ship, but I am not going to be doing family research.
Only on rainy days.
Reading books with my feet up on a lounge and a sun hat on.
So is it a cruise you're heading on?
Yes, it's
oh, that's right. You mentioned that before last time we spoke. Yeah.
2-week Caribbean cruise. Yeah,
Nice.
let me do that.
You're going to show off.
I'm going to show off video effects, virtual backgrounds, and
there you go.
There's my cruise ship.
You got it.
And we leave Saturday. So
are you going with the group or just the two, or just
me and my
cruise?
hubby? Yep, just me and my hubby. So looking forward to it. Not that I wouldn't welcome other people to come, but you know,
Has anyone ever done the group cruises that are, especially for genealogy societies or conferences or whatever?
yeah, I have not. We were on a cruise once when it was there was a theme group on. I believe it was a singer. Um, I can't remember which one, but anyway. Um, Janice, you went on a theme one, didn't
I
you?
went on one with Jan Arden once, and I went on a line dancing group cruise once. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
There's got to be one for Elvis impersonators too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, I always wanted to, but never got around to. But a friend of mine went on the Kiss cruise a few years back
Oh, okay.
with the band, the metal band.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He said
Yeah.
that was quite the series of events there.
Yeah, that would be quite neat to go for with your favorite speaker
Yeah.
or singer, I should say. I know there's quite a few out of Australia um, that have done genealogy cruises. I haven't heard very much about North America recently, though. Not since COVID.
Yeah, they used to have them going on down the East Coast at one point, didn't they?
Yeah, and
Or-
I think there was one that was like Oasis of the something or other seas or something else of the seas. What's that, Royal Caribbean cruise ships? I can't remember. But at any rate, yeah, it'd be kind of fun to do that. Yeah. The question is whether I could find something that both my husband and myself would be interested in. Maybe a mystery crime writer or something.
There you go.
The one with Jan Arden was very interesting because most of the Americans did not know who she was. So there
Oh,
was those of us that wanted to follow her all the time, and there was those that really didn't care at all.
yeah.
Probably the Kiss cruise would be similar to that. If you weren't of that generation, you wouldn't care, probably.
That's right.
Yeah.
Do they divide up the ship in some way when they do those? Because like not everyone there is there for the theme.
Uh,
The line dancing one I went on, we had special rooms we could go to, but other than that, no.
yeah. That's what I found with the singer that I can't remember the name of. We'd see him at dinner, and we weren't part of the group. But I think otherwise they had rooms specially set off for this particular gathering. And but other than whenever they had scheduled for that, I think everybody just regular cruise stuff. So,
We're envious because I hear there's more snow coming. So
Yeah.
uh, my husband can't clean off the big truck anymore. We go up tomorrow and we're trading it on an SUV that he can park in the underground parking. So, yeah.
that'll be nice.
Oh, well, yeah, it will be. Yeah. It is very nice. I have an SUV, so parking underground is wonderful.
What are you getting?
It's a Ford Explorer, I understand. Um, and I have a Honda CRV. So, yeah. So mine is parked in the parking spot that belongs to the condo. He's got a rent from somebody else. Fortunately, there's a fair number of elderly people here who no longer drive, so they're quite happy to get the rent. So,
I'm going to say goodnight. Thank you very much, Janice. That was really fun to do. Nancy, have a great trip.
oh, thank you. Yeah. We'll
Thanks,
talk
Janice.
to you later. Yeah. So, anybody else have anything they want to ask or comment on, or just open your microphone and we could talk about the weather, but I think genealogy is a better topic.
That's for sure.
My most recent genealogy surprise, I guess it was Sunday night. Well, actually, it was Monday morning. It was about 1:45. My phone, I was just getting ready to go, walking into bed, and my phone rang. And so rarely does my phone ring anymore, that, no one calls. So I thought, well, I'll take it. So I went out to the living room and took the call, and I looked at the name on it, and it was one that I recognized, but I couldn't place that it was a local call. And so I said hello, and all of a sudden, this very strong New Zealand accented voice comes on and says, "Brian, how are you doing? It's Deb." It's my fourth cousin, twice removed, who I discovered in New Zealand, and she decided to call me.
Awesome.
4 in the afternoon where she was. She's in Brisbane now. And she decided she wanted to call me. And as the conversation went on, I'm just, chatting, hello, how are you doing? What's new? What's happening? And just trying to, in a subtle way, explain that it was 1:45 in the morning and I was just going to bed. It hit me that she was totally drunk, hammered beyond all recognition. just slurring her words and talking about this and talking about, I love, because I send out these little announcements whenever any of my ancestors have birthdays or death days or marriages. And I put that out on Facebook. So she reads that. I love getting those things every year. I look forward to my birthday. Okay. So I was on the phone with her for an hour. I couldn't get her to hang up the phone. And it didn't. She kept asking me, "What time is it? What time is it?" Well, it's 1:45. Like it's 1:00 now. And she said, "Is that in the morning or in the afternoon?" And she just couldn't keep it in her mind that it was a 15-hour difference between our two places. So that was my little genealogy adventure this week. So
wait till she gets the bill for the phone bill.
Well, I don't know how whether it was an actual. Come to think of it, it might not have been an actual call. It might have been a FaceTime ring. So
right.
So that's quite possible as well, because I don't think I've ever given her my actual phone number. So I said to her, "Well, Dad, next time we should just do it FaceTime, and we can do it in the daytime. Figure out a common good window for you and for me, and we'll just set that up and we'll have a chat." Yeah. So I don't know if she remembered or not the next day that she had a 1-hour conversation with somebody from the other side of the world. But it's always fun to get stuff like that jumps up at you. So
yeah, you
so
don't want to discourage her. You don't want to totally discourage her because
no,
have a tidbit of family information you need.
she's actually been a really good resource because she has 2 children, but she has 5 siblings, and she's really the only one of the siblings that sort of communicates and keeps in touch and seems to have an interest. Some of the other ones are already passed. I think there's only 3 of them left alive, but she's the youngest. So she has, she's in her middle 60s. So, she still has her wits about her and that sort of thing. Pretty well her 2 children and all of their cousins are all quite communicative. So I'm in touch with the downstream generation, but from her level up, she's one of the only ones of the older bunch that is still around enough to keep in touch. So you got to hang on to her.
Yeah.
On the topic of distant cousins and whatnot, maybe I can ask your advice if anybody has any tips. I created a Facebook group for the descendants of my great grandparents. So there are some 50 of us who are second, third cousins, whatnot. My mother had 45 first cousins because her father was one of 10. And I had a bunch of home movies that my grandfather took in the 1940s. and I had them digitized and I posted them for everybody. And they're all very happy. They're all watching these videos. But I asked them when they watch the videos to post a comment, say which video it was, and who are the people they recognized in it. That's all I asked. And they're not doing it. They just keep saying, oh, we enjoyed the film. We enjoyed the film. I saw my mom. It's like, well, can you please help me identify the people? I recognize my parents and aunts and uncles, but I don't know all my cousins in the films.
Yeah, I
How do you get people to do their part?
direct message them, I guess.
maybe I
I
do
have the
have
same
to.
issue. Like my Australian and New Zealand bunches all have, especially the Australian ones, they all have large families and large gatherings. So quite often I'll see them post post something on Facebook, and there's like, you know, three generations worth. So there's like 30 people in these, and I know who the top two of the group are.
Mhm.
So everyone downstream from them is related. So they'll post on and they'll say, "Oh, who's in the picture?" Well, that's me, second row from the left, just on the right side there. Okay, well, how about everybody else? I recognize you from the Facebook group, but everyone's not on Facebook. I don't know who you are. So it can be very frustrating.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going through Lori's aunt's photo albums and stuff that we've inherited from when we closed down her mother's house. And we can't, Lori's been spending days, I mean days and days, trying to sort out all the different people. And sometimes you just don't have a
Mhm.
clue. And we've run out of a lot of people to ask on if it's
The problem, yeah.
they're
Mhm.
just the little generations left.
Yes, so as long as
Well, her
you've
mom
got
is
them,
the last one.
you want to get people to comment quick while they still can.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. I mean, even her dad had some pictures in his wallet that we figure must be his siblings, but we have no clue. And they were just little tiny things. This is one. Oh no, that's not going to work, is it?
Nope.
No. Okay. It's one. We blew it up so you could get a better idea, but we just have no clue who any of them are.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and put some messages out there, I guess, and contact people to say, hey, do you recognize anybody here? But either that or we put a lot of them up on Ancestry and hopefully somebody will say, great, thank you for the picture of my uncle so and so. He's with John
Mhm.
Smith. So, but these are pictures, not videos, so a little easier to work with. I'm sure the
Even so,
videos would be harder to. No, at 2 minutes in, and on the left-hand side is.
it is trickier, but I'd like to at least get a list of the people who are in there somewhere.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I wanted to put the names of the people that are in them in the description of the video, so that other people will know that this video is relevant to them and not just
Hmm.
That makes sense. Yeah, yeah.
somebody
It
else's
does.
family. Because one of them was labeled in my collection as Carol's birthdays. My mother's name was Carol, so they're all her birthdays. But at her birthday gatherings are all her cousins. I know that's who they are. I just can't identify them, especially when they were kids. I know what they look like as adults. I don't know what they looked like when they were kids. And half of them are on the Facebook group. They can tell me who they are.
Yeah, that was me. Oh, whoa. I
Yeah,
don't look like
I
that
don't know.
anymore.
Can you take a still out of the film and mail it to the most likely
Oh
person?
God.
Is this
Yeah.
you? Or
Yeah. If I
who
wanted to go that
was
much
this?
work, probably.
I know, I know. So much work. Well, I haven't even got to my mother's albums. Anyway,
Too much work,
Fun
not
and
enough
games.
time.
Yeah.
I have 5 first cousins.
Wow.
That's it.
Yeah. I don't have many first cousins, but my mother had 45. So, wow.
My mother, I don't know how many first cousins she had. I'll have to sit down and figure that one out because she knew them all.
Heck, I got 4 and I never even see any of them.
Well,
Sad.
I follow 4 of them on Facebook. There's one that's deceased, but the other 4 definitely post on Facebook. So I get to see them when they're sugaring off at the
Yeah.
old farm in Renfrew County. Yeah. So that sort of thing.
That's all right.
Well, we're at the 2-hour mark.
Okay. I'll say goodnight then. Thank you very much.
Well,
That was
thank
Good
you,
fun.
night,
Do
Janice.
Janice.
That was
Thank
very
you.
enjoyable tonight. Thank you.
Yeah.
you think
Yeah,
I should try it again?
Hopefully we got to figure out Zoom first. What went wrong there? Because that's ridiculous. Although it worked the second time for me, so
Okay. If you guys have any suggestions, or if you get any suggestions emailed to you, let me know for ways to
Okay.
make it work better.
Did you mention that there was an online option to do the
For the
pages?
cards themselves, yes. We just haven't. We couldn't make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be cool if that's a possibility.
If I can find a way, yep. People
Yeah.
were more tech savvy than I expected. I thought that just giving them the PDF that they weren't going to know how to mark it up, but a lot of them seem to have figured out how to do that. So if they can do that, maybe they can do a more sophisticated thing. So I'll keep looking for options. Yeah.
Want me to save the chat and send you a copy?
I do have the chat. Thank you.
Okay.
That's great.
Good.
Thanks.
I'll just
Have a great
mention,
night.
Janice, I'll just
Yeah.
mention on the master callers checklist, some of the things that come up in the right-hand column as the check off items weren't actually on the list. So you might
Yeah.
want to
It's the
match
difference
some of
between
them.
what AI, the AI generated slides.
Yeah. It wasn't always thinking properly. But I just thought
Okay.
I'd let you know just in case.
They didn't quite match. Thank you.
No,
All right.
most of them did, but the odd one didn't. Yeah.
Right. All right. Great.
Thanks again. That was lots of fun.
Good night.
Good night now.
Night.
And we'll say good night to everyone else too. Thank you
Yeah.
for coming. I hope you had fun. And we'll see you next month. And a couple of you will probably see sooner than that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And don't forget
right.
to drop in on the drop-in if you're interested. It's on the 4th Thursday of every month at 11 a.m. Bye
Yeah.
for now. Take care,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.
Bye, guys. Good night.
Good night now.